Yo, we're back again. I remain Dan D Humorous, the honorable, right and left that is. And you know what we're doing here, right? Pressing on the issues that are worrying us in this country. Actually making some nonsense out of the sense and, putting some jackery out of it. All right. So, well, today is quite loaded. So just get ready. Get a helmet, get a shield, a tray, something, because stray bullets and bottles are flying everywhere. This is the special Gbos episode. Welcome. So where do we start with the Gbos matter today? Okay, let's see. Walk back with me a little bit to Chatham House when Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, the NNPP presidential candidate, went for his own policy declaration, as others have been doing. And what started out as a nice, easy conversation in form of a question came a Gbas.
Is there any circumstances in which you will step aside and cooperate with Labour in order to remove the current extraction in Nigeria?
And for every Gbas comes a Gbos.
I want to say that our party, NNPP, is the only growing party in Nigeria today. We have seen the maximum any party, especially the party you mentioned, Labour, to us is like Andrew's Labour salt. Just came, now it's coming down. That's the reality. If you are from the north, I'm sure you wouldn't have made that statement for Kwankwaso to withdraw for Labour Party. You should go and look at my credentials, my brother. I am a PhD holder in civil engineering. And check your candidate, what he has. I have been in the system for over 30 years now. I have been a civil servant for 17 years. I wasn't a trader, civil servant for 17 years. I was Deputy Speaker of the House of Reps in 1992. I was in the Constitutional Conference elected delegate. I was governor of Kano State for 8 years, and so on and so. I was in the Senate, and so on and so forth. So when we sat down, what I told them is what I will tell you. Okay. If anybody wants to Kwankwaso to withdraw, let's bring criteria and select the best. Anytime I have any better candidate, I'm ready to talk to him. Thank you very much.
I'm beginning to think, are we still talking about politics here? Because RMK was now sounding like a bitter ex, because that question, the guy came straight like, why are you no longer with this your ex? Go and friend this your ex. And then RMK was sounding more like, hello, me that was even managing that ex. Please don't even try it. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I be? Do you know what I do? Do you know what I can do? Please, if you know me in my hood, you will not try that. And of course, the ex always has a good response for that.
That ship has sailed. We have moved on. We have gotten a very good candidate, and we trust in the candidacy of the Senator Dati Baba Ahmed. He has been a good partner in this race, and I don't think that we're focused on what could have been. We've all moved on, and I think that Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso should do the same.
Sounds to me like, when the ex heard about what her ex said, and he's like, well, I know, I thought I had lost a man, but lo and behold, my new man now, he's something else. Like, he's so gentle, he's so nice, he even makes deep reaches into places that I never knew he could make deeper inroads into. So please, I've moved on, and I'm advising my own guy to move on. And here on Pressing Issues, we're moving on. So, former House of Reps member, former senator, former governorship aspirant, now campaign spokesman, stroke personal MC to PDP presidential candidate. I'm talking about Dino Melaye. Like, no, for real, personal MC. Talking about what you see, even when people they come visit Atiku, Dino is the MC. Even when Atiku's son wants to talk to him, Dino is the MC. Your Excellency, your son want to talk to you. Clap for him as I hand over the mic to your son. Anyway, Dino has been doing, it's natural for campaign spokesmen and, people to drag their opposition people, once, twice, as the case may be. But I think Dino took it to a whole new level. Aha, Sadino, at the halo, you don't they fall. They fall like a log of wood. Boy Scout, you don't they get strength, they fall. Bah. Tomorrow now, government agency go say they want to ask you something. Can you just come outside, let them ask you something? The next thing, you turn to the man at the pool of Bethesda. Now with the CEO, Baba, you get power, continue. Now, in the same vein of Gbos, I think everybody active in this political terrain actually have a little bit of worry in them. Because, I mean, your own darling Adobe, did you even know that Adobe got some savage in him?
We don't even look at it. Our government is coming down with age. If you look at me, if you go, APC chairman is 75 years. PDP chairman is over 70 years. Our chairman is 62 years. He's coming down. If you combine my age and that of that, divide it into two, you are 50 something. If you combine the other one, they are 70. The other one, we don't know their age at all.
You don't ask question. Baba, if you ask me, now who I go ask? Okay, so do you remember a few months ago when documents coming out from the state of Illinois in the United States of America connecting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, candidate of the APC that is, to some drug-related issues, forfeiture of money, stuff like that happened long time ago. Anyway, the documents resurfaced all of a sudden, and the APC campaign media organization swung into action. Not just into ordinary action, but actually sending Seun Akinbaloye back to law classroom.
Seun, and I want you to pick a biro and a paper to begin to take notes, because I know you are a student, a law student. So this is also a lecture session for you. Take a biro and paper. A charge must contain a charge number. It must contain the title of a complainant or the state versus a defendant or an accused person. There is no such in all of those documents. If you look at those documents too, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was not mentioned as a defendant. They've skipped that. It was only account numbers that were mentioned, and at the end of the day, they just said account numbers in the name of Tinubu. That is all. Not that Tinubu was a defendant. It was accounts in his name, not him. Those accounts were sealed, not him. It was action in rem.
And the PDP too, they also came and took Seun Akinbaloye back from the law classroom into the studio and back to law classroom again.
You see, I taught in the law school. I'm sorry that I have to say that. So we have several courses we teach in law school. Professional ethics is one of them. It is not enough for you to know the law. How you dispense the law, how you argue the law is as important as the knowledge of the law itself. In fact, when he was fighting you yesterday, he was very unprofessional, quite frankly, because in our discipline of law, you don't look at your colleague, whether he's a student or a lawyer, and say, take pen and paper, and I'm teaching you. Very insulting.
You know, Bola Tinubu was a defendant in that matter.
The account, yes, he is a defendant because he's linked. You see, the owner of the account and the account are like two siamese twins. They are umbilically bound. That's why even if you look at that, when the accounts were established as defendant, they say belonging to Bola Tinubu. And when the court said that the defendant be asked to come and show reason why it should not be finally forbidden, who are the people, the defendant the court is talking about? Digits, account number comes to court.
The boy don't try. He don't really move. Anyway, while we were trying to catch our breath from all of that hulaba, and then came a mighty whistle. The whistle was so loud, we actually thought it was a trumpet. Small thing remained Michael Achimugu for collect work from Nathaniel Bassey. And this whistle was so loud, it required a special purpose vehicle to move with it.
I don't know what SCV is, and it needs to be sure before I start arguing with these people.
SCV is a special purpose vehicle. In other words, is a company they incorporate to carry out certain, activities.
Okay, sir.
And this vehicle was so huge that it could not enter any other gate but a special gate. On the eve and the heralding of Atikugate, the APC media organization or the APC campaign media organization came out full throttle, full arsenal, guns blazing, no looking back for this one. All the generals lined up, 1 time, 2 seconds, every boss shot down everywhere.
Enough of playing the ostrich regarding the special purpose vehicle SPV saga. And we have said that we strongly demand the immediate arrests and or invitation. If you are not arresting, you are inviting, interrogation, and possible prosecution of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
And I want to say clearly and categorically, and this is, whether whichever side of the political divide you are on, from that audio tape alone, it is clear that Atiku Abubakar is a criminal. A criminal that should not only be arrested, he should also be jailed.
Bears the stamp of authority, and he carries the weight of the entire campaign council media directorates.
Ooh, and PDP say, oh, is it by press conference? Is it by press conference? Okay, now, you think it's only that can do press conference? Press conference, the gloves are off. Oh yeah, let's go. Media generals appear.
I'm happy to welcome you all, and I will start from the legal luminary, a public speaker, an orator, Mr. Daniel Bwala. Thank you.
You will recall that some years ago, the former managing director of Alpha Beta lodged a petition at the EFCC against the former governor of Lagos State and now a presidential candidate of APC, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. The petition involves massive corruption and misappropriation of funds belonging to the government of Lagos State, abuse of official office, conflict of interest. The petition, as you will all know, is with EFCC, and presumably after some years now, there is every assumption that the EFCC ought to have concluded the investigation on that case. And that's why we're calling on this meeting to request that the EFCC should address Nigeria on the outcome of that investigation.
Tinubu's company, Alpha Beta, transferred the sum of 4,396,063 to a company known as Summit Integrated Services Limited. Summit Integrated Services Limited, please, can you show us? Summit Integrated Services Limited is a briefcase company created through a company creation service called Quality Company Formations in the United Kingdom. It is owned by one Epaquio Joseph Gonzalez Oliveros, and he has all his children as directors in that company. This man is resident in Barranquilla in Colombia. Barranquilla in Colombia is known for one thing. They have one of the biggest seaports that is notorious for the trafficking and exports of drugs and heroin in the world. You can run a check on that. And that is why some of us are not even surprised when he goes to campaign rallies and he talks about blah blue, blah blue, and blah blah. That possibly is a language in Barranquilla in Colombia.
Wait, hold up. So Bala Blue is a Colombian. You see why I like listening to all these things? Because you don't know what you will learn from there. So little did you know that Asiwaju was a linguist. Because if you check and go Obayabo used to mix Latin, Greek, English, Old English, Gregorian English, then you now put more Edo inside. So that means a town hall different from Balablu, Lublu, Hulaba. That means Balablu, problem. Lublu, people that don't have sense. Hulaba, okay, people that will give him issues. Yeah. So that means when you go to Colombia, anybody you buy something, they don't want to give you your change. You just tell them, senor, senorita, me, no, balablu, change, yem. We learn every day. Anyway, now you can see that among the top contenders, right? One has got the charge of or accusation of drugs. Another has been accused of high-profile corruption. You think the others are left off the hook? They slam it or being owned now.
Obi,
import and export, warehouse economist. Obi.
That's right. So Peter, what have you got to say about the one that they accuse you?
He's even more intelligent because he's a professor, I'm a trader, so he knows more, so he will be able to do things better than I'm doing it. You know, I've done my little one as a trader.
What? Did you see that? He took it with his full chest. A man that can take his accusation with his full chest. I bet Mokona clap for
About a week ago, photos surfaced online of Bullion van entering into the premises of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When asked about it, this was what Jagaban had to say.
Even if I have money to spend in my premises, what's your headache?
So back in 2019, we all believed and were all of the opinion that Bola Tinubu invited Bullion van to his house. It had to take us 4 years to realize that we have been wrong all this while.
On the other question of the Bullion van or no Bullion van and all of that, I think that matter has been put to rest. There was no money in the Bullion van. The Bullion van that even came missed the address to have come there.
When you're big, I beg. Do you know what it means for Bullion van to miss road to your house? Are we playing here? First of all, some of the streets you live, not me, you, the streets of you live, Bullion van has never passed there since 1938. What are you talking about there? They have no business there at all. The only maybe is dirty truck or tax force people or NEPA to come and cut lights that come to your street. Then we can understand that, oh, they now mistakenly cut your light, meanwhile you don't pay, or they cut your neighbor light, meanwhile now your light. So when you live in some kind of areas where Bullion van just move around to distribute souvenirs, you know, Christmas hamper, all those kind of things, they can mistakenly enter your house. I mean, after all, delivery man never enter your house mistakenly before. Come one deliver, come find us in a number 15, number 16. So I mean, they enter the house, they open the gate for them. So it was when they opened the Bullion van, I say, it's empty. Oh, it's the wrong house. Okay, it's number 17. No, hey, yeah, sorry. Where they go? It's a Dewale guy. I like you. In fact, this man should be called the Jagaban Whisperer, because in this interview, he was not telling us things that we never knew about Asiwaju. Did you know that if no be say politics work, Asiwaju will come and work for basketman hand?
You see, if you know Asiwaju very well, he loved to crack jokes and crack people up most times. And he said that statement.
Baba, now you are supposed to take biro and paper they learn from. You are an encyclopedia. Teacher, knock me another one.
We've seen high equipment van miss their road. We've even seen heavy military equipment. There was one that missed his road into Nigeria once, that the Nigerian government had to seize that armor tank and all of that. People commit human error. It was an human error by the people that were coming. And I've told you that it was a missed identity of address.
Yeah, it's true. Things can really miss road. I'm telling you, things can really miss road. So tomorrow, if your wife or your girlfriend catch you inside a room that you are not supposed to be in a non-compromising situation that you are not supposed to be in, all you just tell them is, nah baby, it's Asiwaju Bullion van way. Oh, I didn't know when I'm mistaken. I thought I was entering our bedroom, not knowing that I was entering this other room. Everybody they miss road. Teacher, teach me another one.
Do you know the weight of Agbada? That's why I don't even wear it. The weight of Agbada alone. He wears Agbada, dance with it, move around.
Yeah, it's true. Because if you look at that word, Agbada, Alagbada ino. So Alagbada is the short form Agbada. So Alagbada ino. So that means to wear an Agbada is 64 kilograms. Wow. So do you have any other one for me again?
There's something called swag, right? I might want to increase my trend on the social media in order to have traction. could use swag. Ashwaji only use swag in order to captivate and catch your attention, which he has achieved.
Okay.
So the more he uses the swag, it's a tactics.
Okay.
The more he uses those swags, the more you come in, and when you come in, he gives you his program.
Come on, they confuse person now. Now they confuse person. What's going on here? One person say Bala Blue is Colombia. You say Bala Blue is swag. You people should put this Bala Blue in one direction. Now let's know where we are going. It's swag. So that means Baba uses cash cruise. So people now say, okay, let me just say anything I like, or let me just say something captivating, then he will hear. So the truth of the matter is, how many people have really heard the policies? Or do we not say the Bala Blue guy? Teacher, you don't really teach me something. Do you know that 90% of Nigerians actually live opposite of the messages their name carry, right? Like if you know any joy or peace, nobody like quarrel reach them. You understand? If you know any gladness, they are never glad. Happiness, hardly happy. If you know any promise, not borrow them money, you know will ever get them back. If you know any fidelity, they're never faithful. In fact, if you know any success, they hardly make it. The ones who answer thank God are very ungrateful. Even me, Daniel, I dey fear dog. You get, but there is one, even good luck. He wins second tenure. This thing is everywhere. So why am I saying this? Because there's one stubborn Nigerian that thought his name will take him through everywhere.
I must say here that unfortunately I don't have good news for those who feel that we should shift the deadline. And obtained Mr. President's approval for the following. 1. A 10-day extension of the deadline from January 31, 2023 to February 10, 2023 to allow for collection of more old notes legitimately held by Nigerians.
Now you know see your life, God win. You thought you could win because small song wey Korede Bello sing, God win, he carry body. They do for Nigeria. This Nigeria, that everything they move. Has there been anything they have fixed in this country that they did it that day? Since 2011, all election day move. By the way, Mahmoud, shock us and do this election February 25th. Shock us for once. Because since 2011, elections have been moving. Everything move. In school, they will move exam. School fees, they will do extension. BVN, they move them. Passport, they move them. Everything they move. INEC now, for all the shout, INEC shout, January can collect PVC. They have moved it to February, to sometime in February. From the way things are going in this country, they will blow rapture trumpet around the world. It will reach Nigeria rapture. They will give another 2 weeks more extension for more people to repent. You will just see some people say, hey, I don't repent this soon. I just this small cigar I go smoke. God, just 2 more weeks. It's not this country. You not carry body for us. But Nigerians, let me address you. Why do we always have to wait for the last minute to do something? Come on. If there's an exercise from March 5th to March 25th, make deliberate effort. Then when they announce this thing, they come still so. Make deliberate effort to start from that March 5th so that any issues that are overlapping, overspilling, take you into 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe, and you're done. But no, now that 25th, early morning, now you go do like say, now the first time you hear them. This February 10th now, they're talking now, you still see crowd. You still see rush. You still see people saying, I beg now, one more week. And if it's this Nigeria that I know, we're gonna do this thing, reach 2021, God reach, which is nice head. We'll grow afro for our problem. You never say something. Nigerians, please, let's try to be a people who plan. We hardly plan in this country. We hardly plan as a government. We hardly plan as a people. It's a problem. Please, let's be responsible. No need, Seth. I'll carry and go bank February 10th. Time day. Woo! And that's how we crumble the cookie today on Pressing Issues. Thank you very much for those of you who have been ardent viewers. Thank you for those who have subscribed. And please do well to share, do well to subscribe, turn your notifications, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, particularly Facebook and YouTube. I'm all over that space, all right? So please help me let this thing go out there. My name is Dan D Humorous, the Wolf, aka the Honorable Right and Left, that is. I'll see you when you see me.